Okay, testing. Hello, welcome back, folks. Roth here. I feel like the streaming software is doing that thing again where it doesn't pick up the proper input for the mic. But I think this should be fine. Anyways, hello, welcome on in. We are about to unbox this Nintendo Switch 2. Yep, it's been a long while since we finally got a new Nintendo system, and it's like a proper new system. And yeah, previously, just last night, it was our last time playing on the first generation Switch 1, or Nintendo Switch. It was a year 1 edition, and now we've upgraded to this new one here. This one just came out earlier this week, and yeah, this is the Mario Kart World Bundle, by the way, just in case folks are wondering. So this will be the digital version of the game. Kind of hope that it would be the physical version of the game that would be bundled with this. But yeah, I think tonight the plan is to unbox this and do our initial setup of the system and get all the updates, and then get all the downloads and transfer my account back and into the new system, and then we'll get started on Mario Kart World. So sounds like a plan? Yeah. So here's how the box looks like. I'm double checking, make sure everything is running fine first. Well, let's make sure everything is good on all fronts. But yeah, just got home actually a couple of hours ago. I was actually just finished watching the Summer Games Fest thing. There was a few good announcements here and there, and then the final reveal of the upcoming Resident Evil 9, which is looking pretty good for a reveal. Seems to be a returning character in that too. All right, so there's the front of the box. Nice ordinary look of the system. I feel like I feel like the camera is like a little lower than kind of wanted it to be, but this might just end up being as similar to how I did the Nintendo Switch 1 pretend unboxing, or pretend re-unboxing, when I got it back in 2020. It was a hand-me-down system, and yeah, I did it live. It was back when I had unstable internet, and then and just before I started Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think it was like April 2020. Did I get to show the okay, I did get this right side. Let me show it again just in case. I'll just slide it across the desk here. Switch 2. I don't know. I feel like they could have gone with a different name or a different logo, especially with the number 2. It's very standard, and not sure how else standard, and I don't know. It's just very standard, not so unique in design. I feel like they could have stylized it to how the Nintendo font would be like. Maybe have, I don't know, do something with like the top part of the 2 where the thinning of, like how the thinning of the T would be like. You stylize the 2 a little more, maybe? I don't know. I feel like the 2 is very standard. So what's in the box? We got the console itself, Joy-Cons left and right. Not sure what the number 4 is. I guess we'll find out once we open it. USB cable. This must be the USB-C. We got the dock, brand new dock. There's a grip. There's the Joy-Con. Oh, I don't know what those are called. Those wrist straps. Yeah, wrist straps. But it's got like a piece of plastic to complete the other half, I guess, or the other portion, or the other end. And then an HDMI cable, an updated version, I guess. There's the expiration dates. I'm not sure. I think this is I don't know what the expiration date for that would be. It says 2026, June 6th. That's like exactly another year from now. Okay, there we go. ultra high speed HDMI cable. That's an updated version, by the way. All right, I got number 3, my favorite number. Got a little star there. Interesting. So this was pre-ordered from GameStop, my local GameStop, and yeah, it was the same day where we were supposed to go. You know, everyone was supposed to go if they want to pre-order, and I sent my pre-order that day, same morning, and yeah, I was one of the early folks, and it took me like, I don't know, like an extra day after release day to pick it up. But with the help of a friend who sort of urged me and enabled me to go get it, we finally got it today. I had to trade in a few games, a few old games, 2 previous Switch games, and then 2 old Wii games, and also traded in the old Switch to get this upgrade. I'm gonna have to try and figure out where to unbox this. It's like the top part is part of this. It's kind of similar to how the Switch 1 is like. So let me go over here. Of course, we got the my remix of Switch Sports. That was actually one of the titles that I traded in. So I had a second copy of that game. Hey there, Pine, welcome back. Currently unboxing the Switch 2 right now. We're about to set it up. Oh, this is how it's looking. I don't know how to go about this, or which angle. Okay, so it looks like I have to lay this part down. But I do want to show this part here. Plug it in, set it up. Set it up and score. Yeah, no problem, Pine. This will all be archived, so I think by the time you get back, we'll probably would still be updating the software and stuff. There's gonna be some downloading and transferring of the my account, my Nintendo account, and then whatever it needs to do, it will just have to you know, download all the maybe not all the games, but like maybe some of the ones that I checked, and yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see how long it takes, and then we'll boot up Mario Kart when it's ready. But yeah, because Mario Kart World will be a digital release for this bundle, so that will take a while, I think, to download the game. So it'll be an all-night, I think, all-night unboxing and celebration of this brand new system. Okay, so ooh, also I didn't mention about the weight. The weight of this system, though, this box. Also, the box itself is pretty compact. I mean, for a brand new like home console, like traditional home console, it's very compact. This is almost similar to the GameCube box, which I have behind me. Let me see. It's kind of underneath some paper and drawings. So you can bring it over real quick. Don't want to knock things over, but I got a whole bunch of other stuff back here. Some old boxes. But yeah, I do have the old Mario Kart Double Dash bundle. You can partially see it. I've shown it many times before. They also added some icons for the Switch Online, so kind of similar in size. Look at that. Look at this, how similar it is. I feel like it's better when it's like side by side, but I don't want to knock things over. There we go. You can see how kind of similar it is. Yeah, very similar. The GameCube box is a little taller. It's like this much taller, like by maybe a couple of inches or something. But overall size, I think the length and the width is kind of the same. Yeah, the GameCube box is a little bit bigger. It's like it's off by a couple of inches, I think. All right, here, let's get this out of the first level. All right, we got the plastic. It's the console itself. Ooh, man. I feel like I should wear gloves or something. You see the ring light on the side there. Got a Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate poster on the side there. Pretty sleek. Of course, pretty similar to the Switch 1 console already. There's the number 2 logo on the back. I don't know, I still feel like they could have stylized the 2 a little more for the logo, but at least they kept the main Switch logo. I tend to see it more as like a yin-yang sort of thing, you know? I see what they're trying to go for with the Switch, the whole Switch family. And I like that. I like how they're, you know, sort of theming it after like the yin-yang. And I see why they go for like the lopsided locations of the thumbsticks. Okay, there we go. It's an SD card slot. I know most people have seen the video demonstration of this. I'm set this aside for now. Oh, also like the sides of the console. I'm sure, you know, most people have seen this part here. Colorized. It's still got like a neon-ish color to it. All right, just carefully set that down. Alrighty. Then we got the Joy-Cons. I feel like I should start connecting these. Alright. I do have the old Joy-Con to compare with. Let me make sure the camera is well adjusted. I feel like once I brought the GameCube box over, it just like tilted it over a bit. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I love the matted feel. I know there's still a few folks out there that still prefer like the more shiny, glossy feel. I don't know, for me, I've always preferred like the matted feel, and this is like a fresh new matte finish. All right, weight size is kind of a little more than the old one. The old one is more plasticky. I mean, I don't know. Even when this was brand new, when the first Switch was brand new, it still felt fresh, you know, for its time. But now, you know, we come to this upgrade. It definitely feels more like premium. I think premium is going to be a big descriptive word to describe Switch 2. All right, and we got the I forgot what these are called again. The logos for like recyclable, whether or not they're recyclable products. So Nintendo logos right there on the side. There's the nom. See, just the focus a bit. And these are common around lots of modern electronics, whether it's like a phone or, you know, like maybe a portable battery. Let me switch the focus there. There you go. Now I can actually see it a little bit better. Nintendo's logo, the NOM, CE, then UK, CA. I used to remember what these are called, but now I don't remember anymore. Rewind back into 2015 when I used to remember what these terms are, and now 2025 I cannot remember. I was more into like, you know, mobile devices back then. So into mobile devices, mostly Nokia stuff, but I also follow like OnePlus and some of the more startup companies. OnePlus was a major one, and it looks like they're still doing well, I think, in the mobile scene. But there's just a lot more companies out there now making their own like mobile devices. L button, pretty clicky. Stick, oh wow, stick actually, it feels more liquidy smooth for some reason. I mean, of course, you know, that's the purpose of these newer designs, is that they should feel more smoother and just overall better, improved, you know? Whereas like the old ones, I mean, this was, I don't know, like it still feels clunky even for its time when this was new, when the Switch 1 was new. But I also like the color choice for the old one. Kind of reminds me of some of the old Nokia devices. I guess by now they're old, but trying to look around to see if there's any. Oh yeah, let's see. Let me bring this one over real quick. Something I always admire about like the color choices for like the Switch and stuff. So when you look back at like the Switch 1, I know this is all about, I mean, it's sort of like a side comparison, but I mean, they went for a more lighter color for the Switch 2 compared to previously for the Switch 1 neon controllers. But here's another comparison when it comes to like this color choice. Nokia with their N9. Is N9 or no? This is the N9. But yeah, Nokia would come out with a lot of these fantastic colors. I'm not sure what other term to describe them, but they had like very colorful choices. Great color choices for their N9 and their Lumia line of products. Both their handsets and tablets. They only had like one sort of tablet computer that would run Windows RT, short-lived, but it did exist at one point. This is how they look. Both Joy-Cons, Joy-Con 2. So the right side would have this C button here, and that would indicate that there's a chat. This is to bring up the chat, game chat, as they introduced during the recent direct. Notice like there's like a slight off color on the SRSL. Swap around this way. Yeah, SLSR's got like a off, sort of a light orange color, whereas on the right Joy-Con is like, I don't know, still the same color, but this one is like a little off. Maybe they did it on purpose. It's got a, I don't know, it's more like a light orange, but like I don't know how else, what other color to describe this. I think someone else must have figured out what color it is, but I don't know, it's like a slight pink, slight orange. I'm not sure how to go about it, calling it. But yeah, again, the sticks are very smooth. They just feel smooth when you wiggle them around. But the shape of the thumb itself, like the top part, it's still got the rubbery feel. Maybe less of the center bump, as a compared to the Switch 1's Joy-Con. So you can see like it's like a more of a bump on the old controller, and then less of a bump on this one. So I don't know, it sort of sets in a little more flat. All right, let's remove layer 1. Wait, what is that? I noticed like how a lot of these the way they make use of the cardboard is layered, like most devices do nowadays, mobile devices. Alright, so this is the way to redeem the code for Mario Kart. It's got to scratch off, download code, and then redeem them. Okay, yep. Good thing that they have that scratch off now, because normally they would just include the code itself right on the paper when you unbox them. So I don't know what's going to be revealed. So yeah, I don't know. I might have to edit it in post just in case something else pops up. But good thing though that they make use of the scratch off thing. Right, the pamphlet here, health, and say the information usage guidelines. Here's the HDMI cable. So there's it's a high ultra speed upgraded version. Previously they would have like a gray version. I think the first ever that they included the HDMI cable was back during the Wii U. And yeah, this is how the newer HDMI looks like now. Still the same, maybe a little shorter on the shorter end. But I think I might reserve this HDMI cable for maybe another device, or I don't know, sometime down the line, maybe if I ever need an extra HDMI cable. But the one I'm going to use is to capture the device. So we've yet to see how if that's gonna detect it at all, because I've got the old Elgato internal capture. Again, HDMI with a Nintendo logo on one of the connectors, and HDMI, then Nintendo. Kind of similar to the one that they bundled with the Wii U, except this one's in black. And the one with the Wii U was a little more longer, if I recall. Oh. So this must be like a 2.1, maybe it supports 4K, so maybe it's like an updated version of it. I'm trying to remember whether 2.1 would support 4K. It does mark it as ultra high speed version, so UHD. All right, next. This will probably be a lengthy unboxing, so we'll try to hurry up a bit here. Okay, so these are the straps. Guess I'll take a look at these. Actually, we'll take a look at one of them real quick. This is how they look. It's a little bit different from how the old one looks. Okay, it's got a little bit of black on the sides there. So I'm assuming these would light up once you connect them. All right. Let's see how these. Okay, slip on easy. So maybe you gotta remove that, because I know that the magnets are supposed to attach to the console itself. Oh, yeah, this plus sign back there. Also, there's the release button. When they first oh, there we go. So it automatically attaches, and then yeah, and then it pushes it out right there. This is what I predicted back when the Joy-Con or the system itself was revealed, and they showed the back side, and they showed this little button here, and there were people speculating on Twitter, wondering, oh, how it looks like it's gonna release more easily, if you shake the system about, but then it's magnets, so it's gonna be strong. And there's like, I think 2 or 3 magnets, if I recall. Maybe it's 2 of them, or could it be 3 of them? I don't know. But I know that there's multiple magnets in a single Joy-Con, and this is the way to release it, because there are many other products that would make use of magnets, and there's always a release button like this, to further help take it out. And yeah, there was, I don't know, there's quite a lot of people on Twitter that just likes to complain. Then I had to like draw an image out and circle, well, yeah, you got to press this button, maybe it will come out this way and jut out, and then it turns out I was right. So that center part right there would stick out, bloop 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 bloop. So yeah, I guess people can just look through my Twitter feed to view the piece of media that I tweeted out. But yeah, turns out I was right. It's just, I don't know, it just takes a little bit of imagination to see how something, like a piece of technology, especially how it would work. How practical something like this would be like, But, I don't know. When people don't understand how technology works, or how something, if they don't engineer, they'll be, confused at how something works. All right, that's why like Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like it, that's or even Minecraft, like people would build things, and some people just don't build things, and they just try to understand, how would something work? How do you build a calculator inside Minecraft? And when someone else built it, like, how did they do the impossible? How is a calculator, a fully operating calculator or a computer, even works in Minecraft, Next here would be the grip. This is how the new grips look like. This is the one that's bundled in. Pretty shiny on the side there. This one, I'm not sure if this one is a chargeable one. Doesn't seem to have like any USB. I don't see any USB, so maybe this just attach the controllers together. Okay, blue, left, and then like a light red on the right. And then you got the light ups on the sides there for battery detection. All right, little cables here. There's a charging cable, USB, Nintendo branded USB. We have plenty of those. I do have some extra ones. Oh, they got a charging adapter. This is something that I'm glad that they included, because I mean previously the AC adapter that they included with the Switch 1 would come out with the cable itself would be attached to like the AC compartment, you know, for the, you know, the AC portion of the charger. And then you plug it into the outlet, and then that cable would be how it would have a USB-C connector, so you can plug that to whatever device that uses USB-C to charge. So most like mobile phones nowadays would have them, and yeah, you can charge those devices. You can charge your controller, which would use USB-C. But yeah, AC adapter, and then sometimes it would say like how many watts is going in, how much power or watts is going in through the AC. So LTE power supply, interesting. There you go, Nintendo branded. So now with Switch 2, I'm glad that they were able to separate that, because I feel like it should be a standard by now, you know? Nokia's been doing it for a long while for their phones, for their Lumia devices. You know, that's like 15 years ago. 2011, I think even the Nokia N9, that was this device, had like a one that's like separates the AC adapter with the charging cable, you know, USB charging cable, so you can cross use it, you know, with other products, any other products that may see use of charging. And it's, you know, the tech world is more happier that way when you do that, instead of being more proprietary. Imagine if they had stuck with the 3DS style, DS style, and just used proprietary cables to charge. And you think that you'd be able to charge like both the DS and the 3DS and the Wii U gamepad together, but they each use like different charging cables. But it is what it is, you know. And hopefully, I mean, now it's better off now because they're more friendly with that way. But I think it may also have something to do with like licensing USB-C or something, whoever owns that design. So here's the dock, updated dock, Switch 2 logo. Again, very plain, standard logo. And looks like this is connection to the screen monitor. Here's how it's look on the inside. It's got that shine, the gloss on the inside, and then the matte on the outside. So compared to the old one, I don't think it even has the gloss on the inside. You can see a little bit of it around the ridge. So let's open this baby up. Check the inside. Again, you can see the logos for the recycling. Keep forgetting what it's called. Input, output. It's got like a little vent. And I think there's a built-in fan too, if I recall. On this side, either on this side or maybe like, I think it is on this side. It's like a little small fan to keep it cool, which is good. LAN connection, updated dock. I think with the OLED version, it would also have like a built-in LAN, so you can connect wiredly or wired instead of wireless. But it also would have built-in wireless for the Wi-Fi on the system. HDMI out, AC adapter, and this would be the USB-C AC adapter. All right, I don't think there's anything else. I also like that the it latches off. You can just like, you know, it no longer, what was it? I don't know how. I think it just wide, like it just opens up like that, but it stays latched on. So there'll be like a door, but this time it actually comes right off. You can actually snap it off and back on, I guess. Also neat that they designed like this, where the cables can come down through here, HDMI cable, more vents. I'm guessing the heat would come through that way. And then two more USBs on the fronts. And I was hoping, when they revealed the hardware, I was hoping they would add like at least 4 at the fronts. But seeing that they have 2, and then I guess 1 on the system itself, the console itself would have 1 extra USB-C. And I've seen many people connect many different peripherals to the top of the system that has the USB-C. And all you need is just an adapter to plug those devices in. And most recently, I just saw that someone was able to connect their Game Boy camera, I think modified Game Boy camera, through the USB adapter and then to the Switch 2, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. All right, I guess now we get to the point where we set up the system and cables. It's been a good half hour so far. I think we were supposed to start Mario Kart World like at this time, but we're almost there. Still doing some system updates. So there's the box again. I might just leave it on or nearby, I guess. We're still a long way. All right. Here, let's get some let's get a wave race in there. Oh, I just now saw Pete hop on. Okay, so I think I want to connect the HDMI cables. Just lay it down for now. Let's adjust the focus here a bit. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit clearer. I feel like the light might be a little low, so let me see if I can turn it up a little more. Yeah, exposure. It was pretty dark earlier, but now should be more visible since some of these other parts of the Switch dock and stuff are black. They went for a more black color. I feel like it's more black now than the previous Switch. Let's move this stuff out of the way. All right, so I think the HDMI cable I want to use might not be the Nintendo one. I already have one that's connected from the Elgato. So I'll bring that over real quick. And if I can find it. Oh, here, there we go. It's right here. So over there I got the Mario Party Jamboree over there. That's the bucket that they passed out. The tin bucket that they pass out at Target. HDMI out. Still need the AC adapter. Let's use this new one here. Normally you want to use whatever cables that the manufacturer provides with the system. And this goes for any like electronics. You want to use the one that's provided with the system because that is what the recommended voltage you would need for the system. Because you can never be sure. Alright, so I guess we can plug one end to the AC adapter. This is the connector, by the way. You connect this to the outlet. Take one more good look at it before we plug it in. Looks like there's markings on the this side here. There we go. Love that little shine right there. Boop, boop. Swing, swing. Plug it in, plug it in. They don't even show that commercial anymore. So this, I mean, this should all just be easy. Just one and two. You can. This is optional. You can just either you have that cable ready to connect, or you can just connect wirelessly. but we'll probably just do the wireless option once we get in. All right, let's make sure this is plugged in. I just saw the little spark. Oh, I didn't get to show this one yet. This is the other rip, or whatchamacallit. Was there two of them in there? What the heck? Like two pieces of plastic. Oh, never mind. The other one was the thing for the charging cable. So I believe this will probably go here, but I think we might have to connect it to the console itself. But let's see how it looks when we plug this in. It snaps right on. Man, it's like they I don't know. This reminds me of like nail polish or some sort, like this color. It's not quite orange. It's like a light orange / pink. It's hard to imagine that, but like I guess with the hardware reveal videos, I think most people have seen by now. All right. Latch this back on. Oh yeah, we also gotta make note of the cables. Pushing those down a bit. Snap it on. So I'm guessing it should come around this way. I feel like the better way would be to push around that way. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'll put it like this. Oh, there goes the old Joy-Con. All right. Let me see how. Let's see how actually before we plug it into the dock. I want to see how it looks when snap this on. And again, I feel like this should be easy to do. So yeah, you push the button, it snaps off easily. Yeah, just like that. Wait, oh, there's like another part that pops up from the top. That's pretty neat. I feel like that would be fun to like continuously do. So let's see. Initial snap. Oh man, there's like almost like yeah, you can definitely feel the magnet. Hold on, try it again. So again, let me see. Oh, look at that. I wish I can get this on sound. Let me see. Go a little closer. Oh man, but the magnet just like keeps it intact, you know? That's very cool. Try it again. Okay, and then it slides off. So like the top part is where it connects the most, and the bottom part, I guess it helps secure it too. Like if you notice like the rounded shape at the bottom there, I think that's the part where it's like magnetic. And then the rest of the part is at the top here. And then the thing that juts out would be the part that that sort of pushes it away from that plus sign. So connecting the plus and the plus together, then connecting the minus and the minus together. It's kind of like how you build furniture. When you order, you know, a piece of furniture from like IKEA, and you got to set it up, you got to connect the numbers together. So kind of, I don't know, kind of think like that. It's that sort of a mentality. Yeah, just like snaps on. Interesting. You can almost kind of hear the spring. It's like a slight spring to it. And try connecting this one here. Again, like this little. I keep forgetting the name of it. Alright, so bottom first. I think it's probably easier to go bottom first and then the top part. So you dig it in, and then you just let it connect. Pretty interesting. So let me try going top to bottom. Okay, I guess it still works. Yeah, it works either way. It's interesting. All right, let me see if we can actually power this on. Oh, there we go. It's powering on. There's a cam. I gotta really reach far out to Okay. So here, let me see if I can get it to appear on screen. So we're about to enter the initial setup. I think it goes the right way, right? All right. So I'm about to swap over to the input, and hopefully it works. And oh my gosh, OBS is crashing. If it doesn't, I might want to swap back. Okay, it shows on screen or on the TV. I might have to bring up the Elgato software, and if not, let me see. Okay, I might have to bring up the Elgato software. Okay, maybe it's the game capture. Yeah, this is a brand new system, so this will probably take a bit for Elgato to detect. Ooh, can you hear the sound? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna swap back to yeah, I'll swap back to this real quick. Actually, I want to see if this. Wait, is it? It's our first time testing it. Okay. We're gonna go back to this here. Let's see if this pops up. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Cool. All right. Let me make sure the sound is coming through. For some reason, oh, there you go. Okay, all right. It is detecting the sound. Man, it's even got its own beat. Oop. All right. Here, let me see if you can bring up the little mini cam, aka the desk cam, cam spy as we would call it in Perfect Dark. There we go. And of course the brightness would be way up there. All right, desk cam, and that is the new switch. Okay. Try to get this in view. That's why I had to make sure to clear the majority of the desk before even attempting to unbox. I know how, how things would get. Yeah, it's good to, I don't know, clear some things. I'll leave the piece of accessories on the desk for now. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need to plug in the SD card. And oh man, see, this is the thing I didn't get to check or ask the employee whether or not the a regular SD card would still be detected. Here, let me actually, is there? Oh, let me power it back down, and then we'll power back up. Take it out real quick. It's got that nice sort of a chill tune to it. Would hold? Push it down? Yeah, it does. All right, let's check to see where. Oh, I didn't show the performance of the stand yet. So this is where the micro SD would go in, and I'm not sure if even it reads the regular SD card. So I do have the Extreme. Oh, it's not even an Express. So let's see if it actually reads the this SD card. It's a 128. So here's the kickstand again. Let me show it one more time, even though it's on the other view. But it dips down like this. It's pretty I don't know, how do you call that? Extensive. Like it dips down like this and it tilts, you know? Very greatly improved kickstand. Kind of barely see it, but I like that. I like that they improved that. Let's get back in there and power it up. All right. Ooh, try it again. Nice. Ooh, the sound. Let me see. Try it again. Sometimes the sound would be really tricky to pick up. Okay, let me swap back and forth real quick, or I can probably disable this and then re-enable it. Yes, doesn't seem to be fixing the sound. So let me see if we can disable cam here and swap back and forth. Sometimes I gotta like fiddle around with the capture a bit for it to pick up properly. Let me try it again. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The thing with the sound, it just like it has that static, so it might not get the full potential. But I think I want to get going on the setup. So let me see if I can disconnect the Joy-Cons, and then we'll continue here. Americas. Let's view the end user agreement. Very typical stuff, but I think I feel like Nintendo would have a lot more control this generation when it comes to like the software and the system itself. Like they would be able to pretty much brick your system if you do the wrong thing, if you know what I mean. So let's go in. Now I gotta connect. So here, this is where I would maybe take out the system, or maybe have something else in front or in view while I set the Wi-Fi up. So here's some trailers. I prepared some trailers from the Nintendo YouTube channel, so I can show some trailers from their channel on Switch 2.
And more fun with Nintendo Switch
while
Online.
I set up the internet.
Here are some of the benefits you'll get with
Connect.
the membership.
The sound might be pretty low, so
With online play and compatible games, you can enjoy gaming together, even when you're
let's
far
go
apart.
with this
Team
one.
up with or battle against players around the world. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 system, you can use Game Chat. Hang out with friends and share your game screen with them.
See if this
Enjoy
connects or
playing
not.
games and chatting with each other as if you were all together in the same room.
Okay, good. All right, we're about to download update data. Update data is downloading. We're on the East Coast, so let's go with this one here. I think this is the right one. Nintendo Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. I also noticed like the button would have a different gradient. Like there's like a spinning gradient of variety of colors. So there's like a blue to a little bits of purple and pink, looks like. Maybe more so like these colors here on the Joy-Con. I forgot to bring the camera back up. Hey there, Clive Frog, welcome back. Yeah, it seems like they make use of the these two colors here, and then adding more neon. Detached Joy-Con 2 shown, and then attachment guide. So it looks like they want me to use the grip or something. Change play style. Skip for now. Choose a style. You can change at any time. Also, how's the audio, by the way? Are you hearing the static on your end? Let me check real quick. Right now it's like silent because the system is updating. So hopefully when it boots back up, you can see the screen light up there on the side. Oh, also what I noticed is that the system juts out a little more than how the regular Switch would look like when it's docked. That's interesting. All right, system update complete. It almost looks like I'm using my mouse to click on that. But I'm trying to get focus on the Elgato software. That's how the old Elgato software looked like. It doesn't always go into full screen right away. That's why it takes like a few seconds. I wish they could update it. All right, system update complete. I feel like a little rumble on the controller here when it connects. So this is where I can do my account transfer. Currently, it's up on Nintendo's server. So before I traded in my Switch 1, I made sure everything's backed up and moved to the SD card, and then I delete the software on the system, and then transferred my data to Nintendo servers. So it's in the cloud, and we're about to bring it back and transfer it to the Switch 2. Start. I felt the rumble on this too. I think it had to connect. Micro SD inserted. System will now check whether it's compatible. Insert either can't be read or isn't compatible. Okay. Well, so now we know it doesn't work with the new system. It has to be like the Express, or what it's called. Not Express. The what's it called again? The other E word, which that is definitely a very hefty, more modern SD card. All right, so I guess we can't do it until we remove it. So let me see if we can do that now. I like how the audio is still going. All right, so now we know. And this is a SanDisk Express, by the way. Very fast for its time, but nowadays I guess it's outdated. All right, oh, there it shows right there. I know the screen is pretty bright. Let me see if I can adjust that. I also need to maybe close the Elgato software and then re-enable it. Oh, there you go. Now you can actually see it. So Express and the, what's it called again? The EX. Yeah. There you go. All right, let me see if I can actually close this one out and then reopen it again. So I feel like it might be that may be affecting it. Okay, let's plug it back in. Ooh, I think restarting the Elgato software, capture software, must have also fixed the audio. Okay. Yeah, we're still in the middle of it, of the setup. We haven't even got to the downloading portion yet. All right, let me see if we can bring up the exposure back up. There we go. All right. So I guess we'll just go in and sign in. I guess I'm gonna have to bring up the trailers again. So now we got to sign into a Nintendo account. It's my QR code. This just brings to the page. So squeezing while I enter the info. So I'll just have these trailers play for a bit.
On the
Well, let's see if we can
Switch
actually
2
remove the
and Nintendo Switch systems, enjoy more games,
the
more
Cam Spy
features,
thing.
and more fun with Nintendo Switch Online. Here are some of the benefits you'll get with the membership. With online play and compatible games, you can enjoy gaming together, even when you're far apart. Team up with or battle against players around the world.
Yeah, welcome back.
If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 system,
Hopefully it won't take too long to download all the files, but something tells me that they might be
enjoy playing games and chatting with each
before
other
we
as
even
if you
get
were
to
all
Mario
together
Kart
in the
8
same room.
or Mario Kart World. So I used to call it Mario Kart 8 now.
With Nintendo Classics, you can play a curated library of classic games from different systems. Access these games whenever and wherever you'd like.
Let's see if this signs in. Alright.
Up to 4 players can play select multiplayer games locally
There's a Nintendo Classics.
or online.
11 years of Mario Kart 8?
You
It's
can
gonna
also
take a bit
use
to
this
adjust,
as
I know,
fun
right?
to save your game whenever you'd like.
I've waited
you can
this
play for a
long
bit, even when you're short
for
on
us to
time.
finally have a brand new home console traditional Mario Kart.
There's also the handy rewind feature.
Oh, there's
If
the
you want
rewind
to
feature
retry
for
a
the
section, use this
retro
feature
apps.
to go back to an earlier point
They
in
call
time.
it, they rebranded to Nintendo Classics now. Alright, here. Let's come back to this. So now to detect my account, sign in, and there's the Switch data. So let's download it. It was sent on the same day, I think less than 24 hours ago. Oh, now I gotta look at my my verification code. All right, here, let me play a different trailer here. Checking email.
Introducing a brand new interactive exhibit full of facts and secrets about the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh yeah, the welcome tour.
There are 12 total
Heard a
areas
few people
to
has
explore.
gotten to
These include the console and dock,
roam
as well
around
as
that,
accessories such
little
as
app.
the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller.
I still feel like that should
Let's
be
take a
part of
look
the
inside.
like the built-in software itself.
The tour begins
Keep
at the
PC
left
adapter
Joy-Con 2
connected.
controller.
All right,
We
here,
should
we probably
explore
just
the area and see
resize
what
that to the
secrets
side
we
a
can
bit.
find.
Ooh man,
Oh,
this might take a
something
while.
popped up. This is a stamp that
This might
tells
take
you
a while,
which
yeah.
part of the Switch 2 is nearby.
18 minutes, okay. Probably wait a little bit.
The stamps
So it sort of
may be
fluctuates a
hidden,
bit, so
but they pop up when you're close,
it might be a
so
while.
they shouldn't be too tricky to find.
Maybe I'll take this time to maybe eat some food. I'll try to be silent about it.
This display
We'll
is
see.
moving.
So yeah, I think
Here,
the rest
you
of
can
the
play a
portion
minigame
here
that
of this
uses mouse
unboxing,
controls
setting
with
up,
the
it
Joy-Con
might
too.
just be a little more chill, more boring part.
The goal is to
So,
dodge
yeah, come
as
back in like a
many
half
of the
hour.
spiky balls as you can.
I think the rest of the way is just like getting the software oriented and sorted out. And then I guess we gotta download Mario
You can
Kart
earn
World.
up to 3 medals based
Yeah.
on your score.
because I do have to enter the code for Mario Kart World.
So try to collect as many as you can.
Man, it's a shame that it doesn't work with the old SD cards, because all these screenshots, some of the games are installed on the old card. So I gotta find a way to transfer those.
Challenges you to identify frame rates.
I wonder, you know what? I wonder if there's a way
A matching game that uses the
to
stronger,
connect
more expressive
the Switch
HD
2
Rumble
to the
2.
PC and then transfer the files that way through the computer. I hope, because I don't think I've read any article that states that you can do that yet, because maybe no one's tried it yet. So maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Maybe not today, but possibly tomorrow, I think. Just to see if it works or not.
Some even have additional difficulty levels that introduce new gameplay.
Yeah, for them to sell it separately, I don't know. As a business standpoint, it's smart for them. But I think from a consumer point of view, I think it should just be included in the system itself.
Connectors. Let's take a peek.
Alright, looks like the system would restart during the process, as it says there.
This says, why the gap?
Here, I guess we'll just watch this
Look closely
this
between the
tour,
Switch 2
this welcome
console
tour video.
and
So
Joy-Con
I'll be
2
right back in a bit.
controller. You'll
Still be
see a
here though, but
small
I
space.
want to try to
Welcome Tour
get some
can
food
teach
in
you
me
the reason why the
while
gap
we sit back.
exists. You can uncover facts and secrets about the back of the dock, the console screen, and many more details of the Switch 2. From basic features to deeper technical details, there are over 170 secrets to explore. Plus, once you've learned
Oh,
all
that was
about a topic,
that was the NCT4 mouse.
you can
that was
take
the
a
one that was
quiz
included
to
in,
test
Mario
your new
Odyssey.
knowledge. It's another stamp. Look at that. We found all the stamps in the right Joy-Con too. Now we can move to the next area. By climbing down this ladder, you can go inside the Joy-Con 2 controller. These cube-shaped booths placed throughout the exhibit allow you to experience the unique technology that powers Switch 2. This tech demo is where you can experience super resolution, technology that helps display lower quality images with greater detail and clarity. Other booths show off the system's 3D audio. Or use HD Rumble 2 to simulate the feeling of objects rolling around inside a pair of maracas. You can experience things that a video tour can't convey. Seeing and feeling is believing. This video just scratches the surface. But you're invited to explore every inch of the exhibit as you look, touch, and feel your way through. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 June 5th, only on Nintendo eShop.
When first setting up your Nintendo Switch 2 system, you'll have the option to start a system transfer. You can transfer your data to your Nintendo Switch 2 system. This allows you to move your data from one system to the next, so you can pick up playing where you left off. Most things will transfer, but data that won't transfer will be displayed. There are two ways to go about transferring data. This video will go over both. After first powering on your Nintendo Switch 2 and going through the first-time setup, select the Start System Transfer button and sign into your Nintendo account. After a few more steps, you'll then continue on your Nintendo Switch, which is called the Source System. After your source system and Nintendo Switch 2, the target system, are online and establish a local connection with each other, just follow the on-screen prompts across both systems to complete the process. If you don't currently have a Nintendo Switch 2 but plan to get one in the future, you can choose to upload your current Nintendo Switch data to the cloud. Please note that system data for all users on the source system will be uploaded to the cloud. The user who initiated the upload is the one who will need to complete the transfer process on the target system. If you choose this option, please keep in mind that all of your data will be wiped from your source Nintendo Switch. Data uploaded to the cloud will be visible in your Nintendo account. When you do have your Nintendo Switch 2 on hand, you can download your data from the cloud by following the on-screen prompts. And that's it. Your Nintendo Switch 2 should be ready to go.
All right. We had it back. System transfer complete. Theme color. All right, let's see here. Home menu. Oh, it has the audio thing again. Ooh, you've got a little animation. There we go. It's back. But I think the software, like a lot of the games, are not even fully downloaded yet or installed, because it would still be installed on the SD card. But ow, look at that! You can actually see the people online already. Oh, wait, I don't want to. Oh, actually, I can initiate the download for that. Interesting. Can this Joy-Con connect? Oh, there you go. Took a little bit for the left one to connect. All right. I guess now we can just get started to downloading Mario Kart World. So this might take another few minutes, I guess, depending on the internet speed. But everything's all here. Sweet. Well, almost halfway there. Oh, by the way, Fast Penguins is actually on Switch. So if you feel like trying out yourself, it actually is on Switch. I found out like the following night, the previous night that we played it. There you go. If you want to join in on the fun, it's on Switch. Curious to see how it runs on Switch 2 though. Possibly even smoother. Alright, eShop I think is where we're supposed to head to. Look at that, everything's all connected now. The eShop logo. Oh, looks like I gotta sign in again. Alright. Here, let me bring back that trailer. Actually, let's watch a different trailer. Nope, not that one. The perfect art. Here, I'll put this one on for a bit.
Introducing a brand new interactive exhibit full of facts and secrets about the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. There are 12 total areas to explore. These include the console and dock, as well as accessories such as the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. Let's take a look inside. The tour begins at the left Joy-Con 2 controller. We should explore the area to see what secrets we can find. Oh, something popped up. This is a stamp that tells you which part of the Switch 2 is nearby.
All right.
The
We're about
stamps
to
may be hidden,
insert the
but
code
they pop
for
up when you're
Mark Our
close,
World.
so they shouldn't be too tricky to find.
Do we have an extra key? Key codes.
It looks like this display is moving. Here, you can play a mini game that uses mouse
Isn't it
controls
that
with the Joy-Con 2.
they make it scratch now? Like scratch off sort of a style for the key.
The goal is to dodge as many of the
Just so
spiky
that,
balls as
it's
you
safe
can.
upon like an unboxing.
They'll eventually
Maybe
start
they
pouring
realize,
down
oh yeah,
the
maybe
screen, making this a great way to practice mouse controls.
maybe they're used to seeing like people unboxing
You
new
can earn up to 3 medals
products and
based
stuff.
on your score. The more you collect,
But the thing is,
more
like, I feel like this
minigames
could have been
you'll
fixed
unlock.
if they had
So
just
try to
included
collect
a
as many as you can.
like a physical edition, you know? Just having a physical edition would be nice. Like how they did
Check
with
out some other mini
some of
games
the
you can
past
try.
bundles, like Mario Kart, Double Dash
There's a quiz game that challenges
bundle
you
with the
to identify
GameCube. That was the
frame
physical
rates.
version. Let me see, enter
A
the
matching
code.
game that uses the stronger,
Also, let me see,
more
I'm gonna show the
expressive
eShop
HD
real
Rumble
quick.
2.
Pause this real quick. Beep 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 beep. There, this is how the eShop looks now. I didn't get to check the eShop before I sent in my my Switch 1, but yeah, there's an overhaul of the eShop that was updated like a couple of days before the release of Switch 2. And yeah, it's got backpack right now. I guess it goes by whatever theme color you select for your Switch. That's where we enter the code. Even upon casually scrolling through these, there's been some noteworthy titles that's showing up in the Nintendo eShop. All right, here, let me enter the code real quick. Let's go back to the welcome tour.
On the Nintendo, you can enjoy a variety of Nintendo tunes from different games, as well as customize and save playlists.
Oh, that's the music app that they put out for mobile.
You can also extend or loop some of your favorite tracks. Use them as background music for studying,
it's a little bit
working,
smoother.
or relaxing.
It's still a bit laggy when you try to scroll down. Or up, I guess.
Other membership
like vertical
benefits
scroll.
include the Save Data Cloud and compatible games, game trials, and more. In addition to all the benefits mentioned so far, you can enjoy even more benefits with Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack. With this membership, you'll have access to additional games via Nintendo
Here.
Classics.
Let's see if this is accepted. Confirm to content to redeem. Okay, so this is how it looks like when you redeem the code. It's the eShop stuff or Nintendo Classics. I didn't get to read what that said, but I just saw like a March 31st or something like that. There you go. Mario Kart World is downloading. And they also provide a virtual game card. So if I ever want to like trade or maybe share, game share with like a family member or something, if they have a Switch 2, I could do that. Here, let's take a look at the virtual game cards thing. Okay. Absurd. And okay. Game card. Yeah, not many people are a fan of the empty box, where, you know, I guess depends on the publisher, whichever publisher wants to release their games in a game key form, and then just adding a key, like a digital download key, where you don't actually own, quote unquote, own the game itself physically. But there you go. Here, let's go back to that. I think while this downloads, we'll just take a look to see if it still pops up the other thing. Okay. So at least we can get like an estimate of how much time left. Pretty soon.
On the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems, enjoy more games, more features, and more fun with Nintendo Switch Online. Here are some of the benefits you'll get with the membership. With online play and compatible games, you can enjoy gaming together, even when you're far apart. Team up with or battle against players around the world. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 system, you can use Game Chat.
Can you hear me?
Hang out with friends and share your game screen with them. Enjoy playing games and chatting with each other as if you were all together in the same room.
Yeah, I think in a way, business side, it helps the publishers save money.
With Nintendo Classics,
Like
you can
they
play a
feels like they're
curated
going the way
library
of
of
like
classic
how
games from different
like even
systems.
Xbox is doing that way too. But it is the
Access
way the
these games
industry is
whenever and
moving
wherever you'd like.
towards.
Up to 4 players can play select multiplayer games locally or online.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you catch
You can also
if you
use
caught
this
the Summer
to
Games
save your
Fest
game whenever you'd like,
presentation, but
so you can play for a bit, even
I think there
when
was
you're
like
short
a
on time.
game that looked a lot like Punch Out. Well, I guess it's like a Punch Out kind of game, one-on-one
There's also
boxing
the
and
Indie Rewind
Muppets.
feature. If
It
you
looked
want
like a
to retry
Muppets, but then like
section,
Punch
use
Out
this feature to go
kinda
back
game.
to an earlier point in time.
Which looked pretty cool. It was called like Felt It or something like that. Felt It something something.
Along
think
with
there's a
Nintendo
subtitle attached to
Classics,
it.
you can play other games exclusively for Nintendo Switch
Yeah, the
Online members.
art-wise, like it looks really unique. Like there hasn't been like a Muppets like visuals game like that.
Listen to some of your favorite Nintendo soundtracks on your smart device with Nintendo Music.
Oh, there's a mobile app again.
You can enjoy a variety of Nintendo tunes from different games,
But they had some, they had a
as well
few
as
good announcements here and
customized
there.
save playlists.
It's the closest we can get
You
to
can
like an
also extend
E3
or loop some of your
presentation,
favorite
but
tracks.
I guess Summer
Use
Games
them
Fest
as
is like
background
the
music for studying
current
or relaxing.
showcase to look forward to. Trying to see what other games
membership
that were
benefits include the
announced.
Save Data Cloud and compatible games,
Oh right,
game
some of the
trials,
horror
and
games that
more.
were shown. Ill looks great. I've seen clips of it in the past year, but it's good to see that it's been shown like
In addition
in
to
this
all the
way,
benefits
in a big
mentioned
way.
so far, you can enjoy even more benefits with Nintendo
Especially
Switch
during
Online plus expansion
Summer
pack.
Games Fest. There was
With this
also
membership, you'll have
towards the end there was
access to
Resident Evil
additional
9.
games via Nintendo Classics.
Great big reveal of Resident Evil 9, but even though we knew it was coming, because it was like early on and like midway through we saw the developer or one of the Capcom folks that were working on the game would sort of like warm the audience in on what they're about to show, even though the game's not ready. But it looks like it's gonna be slated for next year, early next year. So, yep, more
You'll
Resident
also
Evil.
have access to select Nintendo Switch 2 Edition upgrade packs.
That's what there. Oh yeah, there was a
as
Scott
well as
Pilgrim
select DLC
surprise
at
Scott
no
Pilgrim
additional
game,
cost.
beat 'em up style, and from Tribute Games. Tribute has been known for retro style games.
Plus, with this membership, there are
They
even
did the,
more
the
classic
recent-
games you can enjoy.
Ninja Turtles game with Shredder's Revenge, so that was pretty neat. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds got some crossover characters coming. Steve, I think, has been added to Cross Worlds. I haven't played that game yet, but I think between Sonic Racing and Mario Kart, I'm more of a Mario Kart guy. But I do like what characters are appearing in the Sonic Racing games, even the past ones. I think they're worthwhile if you like kart racers.
You'll be able to carry it over to Nintendo Switch 2.
See if there were anything else. Then they showed some other games that we already know about. There was another like indie game. Into the Well, I think was called. Let me check.
Introducing a brand
Trying
new
to find. Oh yeah. Into the Unwell. Kind of want to watch the trailer for that.
Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tour.
But there's a Steam page for that one game. Into the Unwell.
Total areas to explore. These include the
It's got a really neat art style. Hopefully they would have a demo available during Steam Next Fest. I would love to try it. Trailer for the Scott program. I guess I can probably show the trailer for Scott program, but I don't think it's gonna have the audio here.
To see what secrets we can find. Oh, something popped up. This is a stamp.
Actually, you know what? I want to see if I can browse. Can we browse while the game downloads? Let me check real quick.
The stamps may be hidden, but they pop up when you're close, so they shouldn't be too
Oh, I love the
tricky to
chime sound for the system. Okay, so we can browse. Sweet.
It looks like this display is moving.
Okay, yeah.
Here, you can play a mini game
Increase the size
that
for this
uses
a bit
mouse
more.
controls with the Joy-Con too.
You know that the it might be a little too early to search,
They'll eventually start
but I
pouring
got a
down the
feeling
screen,
that it
making this a
might
great way to practice mouse controls.
it might have a page. Let's see.
You can earn up to
So I know
3
that the
medals
Steam
based
page
on
is
your
up.
score.
I
The more you
think.
collect, the more mini games you'll unlock. So try to collect as many as you can.
Okay, so maybe they don't. Okay. Yeah, they had the old game, Scott Program versus the World.
Check out some other mini games
2010.
you can try.
I was actually at PAX East 2010 when Anna Menaguchi, the band that created the soundtrack, they announced that they were going to participate in making the soundtrack for the game, Scott Program vs. the World, based on the movie. Yeah, that's a great one. I still have it on PlayStation 3, which I hadn't played for a long time, and now, like, many years after, I think a decade after, it's re-released on, like, current systems, which is great. Alright, yeah, let's actually see what else is on here. Yeah, the browsing is alright. I think it definitely has been improved. There may be some lag, some loading times when you try to scroll through here, these pages here. But when you're on a single page, you can still... So I'm just going to hold it down and see how fast it goes. But this page here is pretty much preloaded, but let me see if I can find another page to test the scrolling.
This says, why the
Okay,
gap?
that part seems smooth.
If you look
Let me try this
closely
here.
between the Switch 2 console and Joy-Con 2
Okay,
controller,
good
you'll
recommendation.
see a small space.
Oh, nice, it shows the trailers. See, now, okay, so the thing with the eShop, nowadays they no longer have the music when you're browsing the eShop and stuff. Not like the old like Wii Shop channel or even the Wii U eShop, Wii U Nintendo eShop would have music. And same for the 3DS. And I guess the DSi shop would also have it. I forgot how the shop channel sounded on the DSi's. It's been that long. But ever since like the Switch and onwards, they no longer have like shop music, so I don't know. I feel like they could have had some music, even though there's trailers to watch and stuff. There's got to be a way for them to, like, you know, bring down the background music and then play a trailer, like have a transition or something. Because they would do that for the Wii U when you're browsing the Wii U eShop. They would, you know, transition the audio and then play the trailer. But you can definitely watch trailers on the Wii U and the 3DS. So I don't know why they would not include it for the Switch. Hey there, Pat. Was I there the year they played a concert? Yeah, I was that same exact concert. Here, let me actually find that YouTube clip real quick. Could probably do a channel search.
Other booths show off the system's 3D
I think PAX East right there is the link. Let's see, search YouTube, I think, or search channel. You were there too? What the heck? Yeah, PAX East 2010. So, let me see. Actually, let's say about Anamena Uchi. And let's see what pops up on the YouTube end. This would search through my channel, by the way. So yeah, like the first... Here, let me pause this tour thing. Bring out the browser real quick. Okay, so it would pop up this search results. I've even got clips of streams when I streamed from PAX East 2010. I was using an app called Quick, or how do you call it? How do you pronounce it? The Kick. It was Kick, but spelled with a Q in the front. So Q-I-K. It's either Quick or Kick. Maybe it's Quick. I don't know. But that Quick service, it was a streaming service, but more mobilely, and then was bought up by Skype. You know, the Skype. So, and then they would rebrand to Skype Quick or something like that. And then, and of course, thus by now it's, you know, both services has been shut down. So Skype no longer exists. But yeah, PAX East 2010, there's some footage here, 10-minute long live performance of Anime Naguchi. I was sitting pretty far away, and I was actually streaming from there using my Nokia N900 because I had service. So this is how it looks like back then. I wish I could get the audio. I guess I can bring out the audio, but yeah, that is them on the stage right there. So they would play, I forgot what tunes they played, let me see. Scott Pilgrim Anthem as they announced it, Helix Nebula Classic, and Video Challenge. And this was recorded March 26, 2010 using a Nokia N900. But yeah, that was surprising when they announced it. I was like, what? Scott Pilgrim the game? And these guys are making the music for it? And there they go, jamming out. And back in 2010, 2011, you might see it in the crowds. I haven't watched this video for a long time. People would hold up their DS systems and PSPs, mostly DS. You remember that, Pat? I don't know if you watched the concert or has been at the concert long enough to take note, but everyone in the crowd had their DSs up. You never see anything like that. It was almost like a modern Woodstock, where they would hold up candles, you know, or lighters in the air. But in 2010, we've come to a digital age where people would hold up their phones or their electronics. But in this case, PAX East, people will put up their DS screens lit bright and everyone just waving. Oh my gosh. That was the time to be there, man. Like there was nothing else like that. This person recording on their mobile. Nice. But for me, I was live streaming it. The thing about live streaming back then, I guess the app would allow for the video to be saved afterward, so I can just properly upload it. But man, the sound did not. I guess the sound-wise, it is not as great as how it is now, because technology has been improved since then. 15 years later. There's Helix Nebula, and they would have these visuals here. Pixel Cat, that's a classic hit there. But yeah, the video's over on YouTube if you want to view that. Let's see what else is on there. But there would be like little clips here and there that would, you know, stream from the event. Let me see PAX East again. Or 2010. Oh, here's a panel with XPlay. Yeah, I'll just open up in a new tab here while we wait. Yeah, I was live streaming this right here. XPlay live at PAX. It was a long time ago. Oh, here's the page on Kick or Quick.com. It says that I'm streaming from Norway, but I think that was just because of the device. By default, the app itself must have been developed by a team from Norway. But look at that. You recognize this guy right here? Sessler? This Megan, I think. Got her name. But yeah, the folks from X-Play, or G4 TV. But yeah, there was like a long line after that panel. Everyone was trying to get autographs and stuff. Dante's Inferno booth. Behemoth. Behemoth is there like every year. They would have a booth there. They had the Maw. Twisted Pixel was there. I think they were showing off the Maw. What's the other game? Shank? Yeah. The Maw and Shank was on the side of that. But yeah, there's some PAX East stuff there. Alright, I'll bring this back.
Video just scratches the surface.
But yeah, some good memories there.
But
Oh, you saw Pete Doherty? Was he there at the 2010? Oh, 2014. Let me see that. Let me bring that browser back. Yeah. Yeah, let me
Nintendo
pause this
Switch
real
2
quick.
Welcome Tour launches exclusively on Nintendo.
Oh, snap. Look at that. Oh, snap. Pat? Are you YouTube, man? You got yourself a new subscriber. Subscriber number 10. Oh, this is a great view right here. You're right in the crowd. And this was what, 2014, right? They came back 2014. I think I was here for this album. This is their second album. Or I guess, if you want to count it, I think it's like the official commercial release. Because they had like a couple albums before that. I was here too. I was somewhere close to you, I think. I was definitely somewhere in the middle. I have footage of this, but I didn't upload it. Because the, not only the quality, because the device that I had at the time was not, I was waiting for a different device to get a different device, but then like I end up using my Lumia 800, I think. Either the Lumia 800 or the 900. Which quality-wise wasn't all that great, but I still have footage of it. The thing was the audio was the, the bad part of that video, of all the footage that I recorded that night. But it's that same exact concert. It might have been on like either Saturday night, either Friday or Saturday night, because I think by 2014 they did not extend it yet to a 4-day event. It was still like 3-day event, if I recall. But yeah, I love this. I love this track here, the meow. Oh man. So yeah, I think Pete was there for that year, and I remember seeing like, I think he was at the Square Enix booth that year, and I remember sifting through the Square Enix Flickr gallery. Like they had a photo album on Flickr, and I was just browsing through it because one of the photos that they uploaded had me in there. I was in one of the photos, and then as I continued to browse through that photo album, and I think I linked this in the Discord server. So Pete's Discord, if you search up PAX East, you might be able to find that link. And then I was sifting through it, and I found Pete in one of the shots, the photos that they took. I found Pete, and I linked that one to the server. So if you dig that up, you might be able to find it. There you go. That's pretty cool. Oh man, memories of PAX East.
2, June 5th. Only on
good stuff, man.
Nintendo eShop.
They have a new album, I think, out. I think it came out like
Switch 2 system,
okay, we can
you'll
go
have the
back.
option
Go
to
back to
start a
menu.
system transfer. You can transfer your data
Nice,
to
it's
your
almost
Nintendo
done.
Switch 2 system. This allows
3
you to
more
move your
minutes.
data from one system to the next, so you can pick
Yeah,
up
they got a new
playing
album
where
out,
you
I
left off.
think.
Most things will transfer, but
I
data
haven't
that won't
checked
transfer
them.
will be
Is it
displayed.
out yet?
There are 2 ways
Or at least
to
they're
go about
teasing a new
transferring
album.
data. This video will go over both.
Yeah, they got a new single out. It's called Darcy.
Powering on your Nintendo Switch 2 and
Came out
going
last
through the
month, it
first
looks
time
like.
setup.
Yeah. It's up on Bank, yeah. Oh, and also Pete, there's a member in Anamanaguchi called, or his name is Peter. So many
Select the
Pete's.
Start System
So
Transfer
Peter,
button
the
and sign
lead
into your Nintendo account.
band member of Anamanaguchi, he would be the main guy to do the chiptune stuff. So he's provided music for an
After a
upcoming
few more steps.
Little Nemo game, which is a Kickstarter project. And
You'll then
yeah,
continue on
that
your
game, it
Nintendo
should be
Switch, which is called
getting
the
close to
Source
release soon.
System.
And it's going to land on Switch, it's going to land on multiple systems, including Steam. I'm not sure they have a new demo out, maybe ready by next Steam Next Fest, but I'm looking forward to maybe playing that. But yeah, Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. There's a few of them out there, a few Little Nemo games out there, but this upcoming one by Diesoft is what I'm looking forward to.
Follow the on-screen prompts across both systems to complete the process.
We got 1 minute remain. Yeah, they did kickstart it. That album, the first album. They're doing the soundtrack for the new Scott Pilgrim game too? Wow. That makes sense. I feel like any new Scott Pilgrim game would make sense with Anime-Guchi on there. It's like the band name is tied to Scott Pilgrim, especially if it's like in game form.
Please note that system data for all users
But yeah, that's gonna be great.
system will be
Looking forward to
uploaded
it.
the cloud.
That was a surprise. Anything that Tribute puts out, I'm already excited for it because they put some quality stuff out there. All right, looks like we might be ready for Mario Kart.
Please keep in mind that all of your data will be wiped from your source Nintendo Switch.
Okay. All right, so I think we're about to start Mario Kart. I'm gonna start a new video over on YouTube real quick. We'll still be live on all the other places. Oh no, I gotta sign in. Why did they log me out? Okay. Oh, did they update this site? Looks like they updated the site for Restream. Okay, alright, so I think this is the end of this Switch 2 setup. Yeah, how long did that take? Like 2 hours? Like, not even 2 hours, like an hour and a half. Alright. Pretty good timing so far, but I did intend to hop onto Mario Kart World about an hour ago. But yeah, so let's do that. Then disable this video now and start the actual Mario Kart World one over on YouTube in a bit.